Now we got those Hollywood panning shots now.
Oh, you can do whatever.
All right, let's go. Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go to Gearhart.
So you rarely find this in the United States, but in Scotland, each community that has a golf course, that community seems to revolve around the course and around the clubhouse and everything. Found that completely at Gearhart. If you want a good meal, you go to the McMenamins. If you want to drink, you go to the Sand Trap. Basically, you know, anybody that you want to hang out with is probably at the golf course.
So Gearhart Golf Links is the oldest golf course west of the Mississippi River, 1892.
I've heard that a lot. Is that this one's real though?
That's the real deal, yeah,
Okay.
For sure. The original golf course had no trees, like zero. And during the 40s and 50s, hundreds were planted as a work relief effort. And it kind of turned the golf course into a parkland course. And those trees have a 50-year lifespan, and they've been in the ground for about 70. So we decided to get rid of them and get the golf course closer to its original links design or intent. And once that happened, we kind of stood back and said, whoa, look at this place. It became a whole lot bigger, obviously, and we had to figure out how to make it into a golf course. So we changed all of the irrigation, we changed the fairway lines, we let some areas grow out into fescue, we added 11 new tees, just changed the character of the golf course.
The first time I went to Gearhart was in 2019. Met up with Travis and Zach from the previous episode. Clearly I enjoyed the course better as a lefty on a full night's rest than the hungover, zero sleep experience I had the first time.
Not good. Anybody got one?
It's about an hour and a half outside of Portland, but it feels a world away. So you've got a wide variety of people, kind of the bedroom community versus the people that live there full time. But all of them have found out an important secret. It's like they've figured out that Gearhart is the center of the maze, especially in the summer.
Do I call you Matt? Do I hit you Mr. Mayor, His Eminence? What do you prefer?
So, Matt Brown, I'm a golf professional. I run 2 golf courses, and then I'm the part-time mayor as well.
How can you be a part-time mayor?
Well, it's actually more of a full-time job for sure, but it's not paid, and it's volunteer basis. That definitely keeps me busy.
The town itself is 1 square mile, and we all love it for that. You know, small beachfront community, and very, very busy in the summer and not so much in the winter, and we kind of like it that way.
So you have all sorts of different people that just really love the community because it's quiet, it's right next to the ocean, it's beautiful, everyone minds their own business, it's awesome.
There's something for each of us within NLU at Gearhart. You've got DJ and the Golf in the Kingdom memorabilia and the McMenamins atmosphere. You've got the incredible turf. Solly's a big turf guy. Incredible turf and a bunch of half shots for Solly. He loves kind of half shot par fours especially. I'm convinced that Randy is destined to retire, possibly even an early retirement, to the house behind 15 Green. It's just a single-story bungalow, and nothing's ever captured his energy quite like that place. And then, of course, for Neil, there was the elk.
So I've been here 8 years. When I first got here, we had 20 to 30 of them, and now there's close to 130. And they're not, their golf etiquette sucks.
It's a f***ing nightmare. It's a
And they hang out in your front yard?
It's a nightmare.
We should put that on the back of the scorecard.
They were in my front yard this morning.
Where are they right now?
I think they're down behind Kevin's house.
I was so excited to get back, more for the people than the golf course. The golf course is obviously spectacular. John Strawn, who did the renovation work and returned it to feel more like a Scottish links at its core. The setting is spectacular, but the people are what make the place. And getting to spend time again with Jason and with Forrest and with Mayor Maddie, to Tim Boyle, who really just made all this possible and who's brought out the soul of Gearhart again. All of them just breathe life into this place and make it the place that it was destined to be. Good plan, good directions here.
Hour 40 minutes to Gearhart? Yeah. What's going to be interesting is now that handicaps are updating daily, that whoever goes out and wins the qualification is going to be at a disadvantage when the playoffs start. We, of course, have a season-long race. We're going to have regular events, which have a certain point structure that you're probably looking at on the screen right now. We have majors, bigger point structure. It's all for qualification purposes for the playoffs. Now, there's a lot of incentive to grab that number 1 or number 2 spot, because if you are the number 1 seed, you're going to play the winner of the 4-5 match, and you start the match 2 up. If you are the 2 seed, you're going to play the 3 seed, but you start the match 1 up. Those are huge advantages. If I get one of those first 2, I feel very, very good about my chances.
Coming in as an 8.
8.
From the teams that we're playing.
7.9 playing as an 8.
That's right. So I guess that gives me a quota of 28. I believe we're the same.
Yeah.
Is that right? You're an 8 as well?
7.4 playing as an 8.
I am plus 1.3. I go to plus 3 from these tees, so my quota is 39. Seems like a lot, but apparently there's birdies to be found out here.
33, right on my handicap of 3. So
18.7, went up 0.4 yesterday. I'll be playing as a 21 today.
Jason, sounds like we need to get it on the front 9.
Yeah, the wind's picking up. I would make your birdies that way. Yeah, you're not going to have many left-handed on that side. Yeah. I hate to root against you. But.
We got a little crowd gathering. I was going to take iron. I'm going to hit driver. Oh, give people what they want to see.
Look at that. Hit the long ball, Solly. Let's see it.
All right, do the big smash, Daddy.
I don't play. I've been working on this second serve drive, just a full choke up fairway finder.
Dialed in.
Oh my gosh.
The baby fade.
Well done. There will not be a repeat of Scotland.
He's been in the lab, folks. I want you all to see that.
The greens are really, really small, 3,000 square feet on average. So if you miss them, you're going to be chipping a lot here. And the greens are real fast. They average, now, last time you guys were here, they were between 11.5 and 12. Now we can't keep them below 12. They're really, really quick, which is a lot of fun.
So we're on the secret tee box, hole number 2. Forrest, the superintendent, saw this dune up here when they were building this ridge. Jason said, "No way, it's gonna be a liability. You're gonna hit some cars or something." And then the owner, Tim Boyle, overrided that and said, "No, we're building a secret tee box."
So Tim Boyle, CEO and president of Columbia Sportswear, and just the greatest guy and greatest owner you could ever imagine. So Tim was one of several owners for years of Gearhart Golf Links, and then about 10 years ago, he and Joe and Molly bought everybody else out. So now they're the sole owners, and when that happened, they had some pretty big plans with the golf course, and that's what we've been working on for the last 9 years.
I was joking with him. I was like, "Yeah, I kind of call myself the merch star. Like, he is the merch star. Like, I met the merch star, and he could not have been cooler and more down to earth. And he owns this place, and I just love his vibe, and I just want to give him a shout out."
If I said that, I would get roasted for the C-suite, just falling in love with the billionaire.
He's like the opposite. He's like the billionaire next door.
Hard eyes billionaire Neil here.
He had this, black lab, Jake. He's just walking around fixing ball marks. Like what?
It was aspirational.
From hole number 2.
He's back.
You might see a hole that's, 340 yards on the scorecard, but you hit a really good drive and you're just a foot into the fescue. You're might not find it, or you might, have a really bad lie.
It's kind of like the road hole.
Exactly.
It's the fence hole.
Nice birdie.
Thank you. I'm gonna find 7 of these today. That's one.
Okay, we got about 265, short par 4. Want to be a little bit left of that bunker, straight ahead. You hit a little left of the green with a little fade. You're on.
Ooh, make a 3! Yes, baby. All right, no more butt hurt. Juice. Great bird.
All right, that's 2.
Great swing, man.
Just dialed in.
That's unbelievable. Did you drive the green?
It's not that close.
Why are they not reacting?
That's unbelievable.
The prettiest shot I've ever seen.
Such a joke. Called it. God, I knew that was going in. I knew that was going in.
The greens were super, super nuanced and subtle. A couple times I'm like, all right, this goes left to right, and it went left. Neil had the quickest turnaround I have ever seen, like from very good mood to start the round, completely butthurt after 2 holes, completely fine after 4 holes.
A little rattle off that first tee. A lot of people watching. Tried to hit the second serve. Did not get it in. Double fault.
We hit the trough of disillusionment a little quicker than we normally do.
Yeah, so it's a links golf course for sure. We're built on sand dunes, and depending on the wind, it's not real long on paper, but we are close to sea level, so the ball doesn't fly very far, and wind is always a factor. When we get north winds, the holes going north play incredibly long. In the winter, when we get south winds, it can play completely opposite.
That's the one he's been fighting, folks.
Yeah, it's probably a repeat.
The right number, Randall.
That is unbelievable. I've never seen you hit a shot like that right-handed.
I would love to spend more time with Forrest. I didn't get to spend as much time as I would have liked with Forrest. I mean, he rolled up on his ATV. I met him on like 16.
Hey guys! Hey!
DJ?
DJ, great to meet you guys.
Randy?
TRON, great to see you again.
Hey, Randy.
Randy?
Yeah.
Hey, I think I met you. Did I meet you once before?
Maybe in another life.
Maybe.
My favorite hole's 6, so you probably remember 6, short par 4. I think TRON hit the best left-handed drive we've all ever seen. Oh, hang on, baby.
Good contact, too, man.
Oh, God. Just a little more.
That's really tough, man. I hit it about as good as I could have on the front. I shot 4 under, 32 on the front.
He could have shot 6 under on the front easily.
Yeah, I just honestly couldn't buy a bucket. Couldn't make any putt. My feet of putts made, Randy would be kind of fixated.
Well, you made
on
a
it.
couple of longer ones, but you missed
made 109.
You missed some shorties was your issue.
Yeah.
Oh, big time birdie.
Come on.
Wow.
Finally got one.
My favorite hole on the front 9 is number 9 because I think it's the most linksy. It's almost a blind tee shot to a very bumpy, unforgiving fairway, which can launch you in a couple of different directions. And the green is very well protected by a couple of small pot bunkers. I really like that hole just for the way it looks.
I hit driver in a lot more spots than I needed to. I think on the front 9, I hit 3 drivers and made 3 bogeys. And if I was going to play out here again, I literally might leave the driver in the car, at least on the front 9. Until you make the turn and you start playing back into the wind, it was not a long golf course, and the challenge is not hitting it as close to the green as you can.
I didn't realize it was going to be like this short. Like, it's kind of a bunch of short par 4s that are a ton of intrigue to, and we got it on a very benign day. You can tell that the wind is a major factor out here. We don't really have a lot of wind right now.
How's your game feeling right now?
Terrible. Just fighting it, uncomfortable.
Randy and I play a lot of golf at home, and he's been flushing the ball much like his boy Harris English. And he was just out of sorts yesterday. So I think he's going to snap back and really figure it out when we get to Bandon. He's going to start feeling the sea breezes. That'll pump some life into him.
Here we catch the elusive DJ Pie in his process. Oh, he clicked it. He absolutely clicked it. Come off there. Oh my God. That's cheeky.
That's cool. That's cool for you to. I hope that was cool for you to see.
215 flag, 218.
No, playing 270.
Yeah, there's no way I can get drivers.
I've never played golf in Scotland, but this is the first course I've ever played where now I feel like I know what golf in Scotland's like. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You feel like you can keep your ball in play, think your way around the course a little more than some of the typical US championship golf courses.
I'd say Brora vibes a little bit.
That's a great take.
Yeah.
Really like that. Big ballpark that doesn't necessarily play big.
Yeah, it's not long holes. I mean, I don't think there was a par 4 over 400 yards. I mean, it was kind of a drive and pitch golf course, yet the greens are small, and so the pitches were not easy.
We'll have a 340-yard par 4, but from above, it probably looks pretty stock. But you're down there on the tee, and you're like, man, where do I land it here? And then it goads you into hitting driver.
It presents more of a challenge to the eye. Like, I think the more you go around here, I would feel much more comfortable. Like, oh, I can miss it here. Or, I want to be here.
Tron, how are you feeling?
I haven't gotten a point since the 4th hole.
0 there for me. Michael Dublé came back out to play.
Here we go.
This is where the course, it's really good up until this point, and it gets to great on this hole and the next. Really, the next 3 are probably 3 of the best holes in the course.
Solid with the professional.
Favorite hole is 14. Par 4, you kind of drive into this little half pipe. You can't really see the green from the tee. You can just see a little flag peeking out, and you get up there, and it's probably the best punch bowl you have out there. Tons of different ways you could play it off the tee. I found a little angle down the right side, kind of by accident. Wasn't aiming over there, and then watching you guys come in and hit shots down the half pipe green as well.
It's gonna come back. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
There's a birdie.
You are ready.
Good. 4 holes left. I'm on 33. I got 6 to go to get to my quota. Neil is on 28. He's got 5 to go to get to his quota. It's gonna come down to it. It's gonna be tight.
What we got?
God, just a little guy. 81 yards to the flag.
Oh, he hit it in his backyard.
Oh, God.
The Pie Man has holed out from the bunker, allegedly. Perfect.
Perfect.
I hit, like, officially, technically, I hit 2 greens, and I birdied both of those holes. So I made the most of the greens I did hit. Yeah. Shot 87. I finished 5 below my quota. You know, not a disaster. I think good golf ahead of me.
Oh my Lord. Good putt.
All right. We've done it. We're 1 over the quota. DJ just made a putt, so he's in the lead. He's 2 over his quota. I'm 1 over. We're playing the tippies here.
Explain what feeding the pig means at Gearhart.
So feeding the pig. So I contend that we have the hardest finishing hole in golf. I have not played one harder. The 18th hole is 640 yards, uphill, dogleg left, out of bounds left. If you happen to be playing into a north wind, it's impossible to get there in 3. And it happens to have a green that's tilted considerably from one side to the other. So a birdie 4 is really, really tricky there. So we have a cast iron piggy bank in the pro shop, and you put $1 in the pig before you tee off. And if you birdie the hole from the tees that you normally play, it doesn't have to be all the way back. From the tees you normally play, you win the pot, and it just doesn't happen that often.
So is everybody in for $1 on the pig?
It's not just that it's like long, it's that the green is like elevated and it turns to the left, and there's just like bunkers everywhere up there. It's wild.
I'll reach you one.
Great swing.
This is a championship shot here.
Hey, beer after this one.
See, hit the flop on 18.
Oh, TC. You bad boy, TC. Go! It's in! Go! Wow.
Oh, man. But I did make a good second ball par there. Pretty proud of.
Yeah.
Mega 7.
You're getting points for that.
No, I didn't. And that cost me, that basically gifted it, gift wrapped it for the Pie Man. congratulations to him. But I think he knows that he crowned it.
Oh yeah, he total crown.
Total crown for the 5-man.
FYI, I would have won anyways with my bogey, but
he's crowning.
I don't know. I mean, with the par,
you're right. If you didn't snap hook it out of bounds,
I didn't snap hook it. I didn't snap.
We just made it easy.
No, I hit the F15 ball, and I didn't have enough room for the F15 ball.
I know you've probably already seen it in this episode, but let's play it 3 more times because it's the best shot we've ever captured on camera.
I hit the
tree or the ball?
That's an uncomfy tee shot.
Then aim it right. You don't have to play the F15 ball when there's trees left.
I would say of all the shots I hit, that was the one I didn't think through the most.
I know he's been working with the Golf Mental app. I don't know what that one said about the tee shot at 18 yesterday, but he might need to download a new app or maybe update it or something.
Leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Anybody, no one's surprised.
Well, that's nice of you to say. I think it was pretty close to a wire-to-wire last season, so to come out and kind of pick up where we left off is very validating. Honestly, I feel like such a cheese dick for saying this. I've been practicing a lot, so it was good to come out and actually hit some good shots and not be too squirrely yesterday. 31 putts, 7 fairways, 7 greens.
To not win yesterday's round hurts. And faded to a 40 on the back. 33 putts, 11 fairways, 14 greens, which when you hit 14 greens on greens that are like 22 yards deep, you want to have a little less than 33 putts.
You know, you're bringing up the rear of the grid after day one.
Sure.
We've got kind of maybe a Williams and
Haas.
The Haas situation.
I played so well those first 4 holes, and then from there I just completely evacuated myself.
I like where I'm sitting. I hit the ball well. I would have loved to get the early lead, but also like the early lead for me sometimes can be a bit of a curse.
Obviously the course is really, really cool, but like how good the greens are and how cool the McMenamins is. I don't know, just like the mountains in the background. Like this is up there with like CARNE and Sligo and probably Sweden's for me as far as just like happy place.
All right, so there's apparently a connection to another course close to our hearts.
Yeah, our sister course is CARNE Golf Links in Belmullet, which you guys have all been to and experienced all the fun that can be had over there. When you're out playing or if you were in the pub afterwards, you really couldn't tell who was local and who was coming in from out of town. Everybody was just so happy to be there and so friendly that it seemed like an obvious fit. So we drafted a letter, which we sent to Jerry Maguire and the board over at CARNE. And a couple of days later, we had this wonderful letter of acceptance back, and we've been sister courses ever since. I love living here, and I love what we've been able to do for the Boyle family. To be honest, they've been so supportive. It's really heartwarming to be able to work with those type of people. They're just awesome. You know, I live 1 mile that way, and my kid goes to school 1 mile that way, and if I put 10 miles a week on my car, it means I have to go to Costco. Everybody knows everybody. I mean, look at the deck right now. There's the mayor and all of our friends, and I can name every one of those people by their first name, and I think that's what's really special about Gearhart.
Should we do it like a go around and everybody introduce themselves? Sure.
Joe Schulte, just retired from the porn industry.
I knew I recognized you.
We know. It's such a friendly little town, and we hope the same is true for the feeling that you get when you're on property at Gearhart Golf Links.